1890s, they had been standardized and made a standard size. They've been in operation ever since the 1880s, continuously. This line was the main freight rail from California to Canada, and so they have lots of trains coming through here, lots and lots of freight, and that was all well and good for quite a while. But then the population started moving in, and they were not happy with all the noise and the smoke and the clanging and the squealing. And eventually, in 1917, a bridge was built across the Willamette to take the heavy freight up the unpopulated side, up through Milwaukee. So we'll see these freight rails next to us separate and go the other direction. Coming up here on your left, you'll see a big red building. That's our car barn. That's where this guy sleeps at night. Right behind that gold car is 514. 514, this is car number 513. Car 514 is up on jacks about 8 feet in the air, and we've ripped the guts out from under. We've taken the wheels out, taken the motors off, taken everything out, and we're rebuilding it. And we're rebuilding it to be all electric. A trolley does not have the differentiated train and a trolley. A train has a motor and it has an engine. The engine turns a generator to create electricity and run the motors. A trolley just has motors, and it has this arm that rides up overhead and rides along the electrical wires. That's called a trawler, and that's where I got its name to be a trolley. What we're going to be, since we don't have the overhead lines were ripped down in 1929 off of this line. Since we don't have the lines anymore, we have to have this generator in front of us, and that generator is not pulling us, it's just generating electricity to run these motors. What we're doing with 514 is we've ripped everything out and we're putting batteries in. It will be one of these deals where we'll charge the trolley overnight, and the next day it'll have plenty of batteries to run all day on the batteries. Kind of like those Teslas, but this is a lot cooler. As soon as we're done with that one, this one goes in, and we'll be doing the same thing to this one. So each of them will be running on batteries, and we won't have to haul this generator around to get our electricity.
When has batteries, is it going to have regenerative braking?
Yes, it will have regenerative. Yeah, the question was, when it has batteries, will it have regenerative braking? The answer to that is yes, it will. Trolleys ran on this line from the 1880s until 1929. They were not this wide. These things they called Big Red. They were big. I mean, they were ugly. Big, ugly red cars. They were all steel. And they ran here from the 1880s till 1929. 1929, they stopped the trolley service on this line, ripped the overhead wires off, and it became strictly freight. You can see the freight lines now going the other direction. They're going across the river, heading towards Milwaukee. in back, see that? I think that's what they do on the weekends. They go flying. Now that is that's a seaplane, and I'm told that it's sort of a honorarium to the about 3 or 4 houses up here. There was a seaport where they used to park all the airplanes, and so it's painted on that garage there. Coming up ahead is one of my favorite houses. It's a little bungalow, a little fixer-upper, and I always keep thinking I'd love to just come on down here one weekend, knock on the door, see if I can sit in one of their lawn chairs, drown a few worms, down a few roots. I'll show you the house I can find. Just a little fixer-upper, cozy. Here it is. This little bungalow. That's a little bungalow. I only know 2 things about this house. One of them is, if I went up and knocked on their door, they wouldn't answer. Unless I had an Amazon box up my arm. The other thing I know for certain is I could not afford even 1 month